And as the call for restructuring Nigeria gets more strident, a new pressure group called Core Federalists has identified lopsided arrangement in some parts of the country as fueling the agitation for restructuring. Political correspondent Ayodele Ozubakun was at the inaugural meeting of the Core Federalists, which held in Lagos.
The outcry in Nigeria for restructuring has reached a crescendo. While shouting change, others are chanting restructure. For several others, it's simply resource control, self-determination and fiscal federalism. Worried by the latest clamor, a group of advocates of restructuring from across Nigeria met in Lagos to work out modalities to hammer home its ideas.
1. We note with concerns that the multiplicity of self-determination agitations and political grandstanding leading to the deepening of inherent cleavages in the country, observing that the trend is inimical to the continued existence of the country as an entity. 2, acknowledge that the interests of all the ethnocultural groups are best secured and served within the continued existence of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Since the IBB time, even as far back as the Shagari era, people have been talking about restructuring of this federation. I think the people are saying the restructuring will break down the country, will break down into pieces. So go and check the meaning of restructuring in Chambers 20th Century Dictionary, or Google and see whether breakup is part of the definition of restructuring. All restructuring means to us is the deregulation.
The Core Federalists took a swipe at some politicians from the north who are opposed to restructuring.
People like Chaku Yakasa today, they represent an infinitesimal minority in the national discourse, although they are very vocal. Because if you are saying people of influence, what influence does Yakasa have in the north? More than Babangida, more than Atiku, more than Gowon, more than all the patriotic leaders from the north who have voiced their support for restructuring. Does Yakasa has more influence in the north than Jerry Ghana, who leads Middle Belt, who's one of the leaders of Middle Belt?
It is quite clear to some of us who are from Niger Delta that all those militants who are just quiet for now, lying fallow, definitely, should they declare a country, it's straight to an armed conflict. And I believe that all those people speaking irresponsibly are fully not aware. Maybe they're playing the ostrich, but I don't think they know where we are as a matter of the problems that this country might face if something is not done today.
It's already out of the bag. From the south-south zone to the southeast, to the southwest, to the middle belt, there is now one congruent voice saying we want to restructure our country. Those who are opposed to this do not have the interest of the continuity of this federation in mind. They are thinking for themselves. They are not thinking for the future of our children and our children's children.
Some prominent leaders have joined the clamor for the federal government to restructure the country, saying that is the only way to save the country from slipping into a terminal crisis. Ayodele Ozubakun, TVC News, Lagos.